Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. My name's Emily and this is Ready Steady Sew. So today I'm here to bring you my August makes, all the things that I've sewn or made in August. I have got 6 items to show you. 2 are the same, so 5 different patterns, but 6 items that I've made in total. So I'll get on to those in a second. Before I begin, I want to say a huge thank you to 3 of my absolute favourite sewing vloggers slash YouTubers. They are Lisa from And So On. She mentioned me in her 10 up and coming sewing YouTubers and it was absolutely incredible. I had no idea I was going to be mentioned by her, and then I started getting comments from people and I watched her video and I saw me and I was like, oh my goodness, that's me, so exciting. And then Liz from The Baker That Sews has previously mentioned me, and Tamlin from Sewing on the Time mentioned me in one of her recent videos as well. So thank you so much to you 3 ladies for mentioning me, and thank you to anybody who has come across from their channels and subscribed or watched my videos. It is greatly appreciated, so thank you for your support. I will pop a link to all 3 ladies' channels below. I'm sure you already follow them or watch them and know who they are, but just in case you don't, I will put a link to their channels below so you can go and check them out for yourselves. They are amazing. They make some incredible clothes, so please go and have a look at them. Also, before I begin, I will tell you what I'm wearing. This is the Tabitha tee from Tilly and the Button's latest book. I forgot what it's called. Make It Simple. How bad of me to forget. Make It Simple. This jersey is from Material Girl Laura. It's a fantastic jersey. I love it that much. I made a t-shirt and then I went and bought some more to make the dress version out of it. I will put a picture of the t-shirt properly in here so you can see, but yeah, it's just the Make It Simple tee. It's the Tabitha tee from the Make It Simple book. So the first thing that I made in August was the Wilder Gown top, so the top version of the Wilder Gown dress, and I made it in an absolutely beautiful blue leopard print viscose from Material Girl Laura. I think I've seen it in other shops as well recently. I can't remember where, but I know other shops have stocked it. This is the top. I will put pictures in as well of the pattern and of the top fully so you can see it properly. But this is the top. It's got the lovely tie neckline, short sleeves, and it sits at your waist. It's a lovely top. It's nice to have some woven tops in my wardrobe that aren't just t-shirts, that are a little bit different, so you can wear them either with jeans or you could wear it with something a bit smarter, for all different occasions. So it's a really versatile top, I think. It was really easy to make, it's quick to sew. I've not really got much else to say about this top other than I really like it. I love the colour, I love the fabric. I know this fabric has been incredibly popular. It was in 4 different colourways. There was a red, a yellow, a blue and a green. And I know it sold out quite fast, I believe. But yeah, it's a really nice top. So yeah, I will, as I say, I will put some pictures in for you to see of the pattern and of me wearing the top as well. My next make in August is one of my favourites. I still need to sew the buttons and buttonholes on it because when I finished sewing it, I didn't have any suitable buttons for it. So I had to wait for someone to arrive. Then I went on holiday for a week and whatever else. So I haven't got around to finishing the buttons and buttonholes, but I will do that very soon. And it is the Gilbert top by Helen's Closet. So, and I've made it in this absolutely gorgeous, Mind the Maker. Yeah, Mind the Maker. It's the Urban Leo, I believe, in the gold colour from Lamazi Fabrics, but again, lots of different shops have sold this. I've had this fabric for a while and I wasn't sure what to make with it, and then I saw someone else make the Gilbert shirt in a similar fabric and I thought, oh yes, that would be lovely. And I'm really pleased because I remember to put a label in. I've put in one of my page Joanna Holy Stitch, I made this labels, so that was really good. And I remember to put it on the facing as well so you can't see any stitching from the other side. I made version A, which is the tie front version. So I have got the tie front at the bottom. It's really easy to make. Well, for a shirt, it's really easy to make. A bit fiddly doing the tie front, I believe. I found that a little bit tricky. I think in the end, I ended up overlocking the edge and just pressing it up once rather than twice, but it still looks okay. I say I've just got the buttons and buttonholes to do. I'll show you the buttons I'm going to put on. Give me 2 seconds, I'll go and fetch them. So the buttons I'm going to use are just some plain black, if you can see those very well. plain black buttons. I got these from Felicity Fabrics. When you make the tie front version, the pattern says you only need 3 buttons. I bought 4 just in case, but yeah, they're just plain black buttons to put onto that shirt. So I'm looking forward to getting that done very soon so I can get it worn. I think it's something that I will wear quite a lot. I'll wear it with jeans, to work possibly, depending on how short it is on me. I've not tried it on properly yet because obviously it's not have buttons on it, but it'll definitely be something that I wear either to work or at home, and I think I will get a lot of wear out of it. But I absolutely love this fabric and I'm very pleased that I finally made something out of it. So that's my second make of the month, which is the Helen's Closet Gilbert top. The next make I'm going to talk to you about is probably my proudest make. I don't think I'm doing these in order because I've just picked up everything I've made. They're not necessarily in the order I've made them. But the next one I'm going to show you is my proudest make possibly ever. And it is the Sorrento jacket by Sew Over It from their new ebook Summer Dreaming. And I'll pop a picture of it here so you can see. I made a tester version first in this blue denim. This was from Sew Me Sunshine, and when it arrived, I didn't love the blue of it. I thought it was too blue. It's also reversible, so you can use the white side of it, but I chose to go with the blue. And I made the tester version first because I want to practice sewing it. I wanted to have a go at the different features. I've put the pockets on the front, I've got the pockets there, I've done the cuffs. I found the cuffs and the sleeve binding a little bit tricky, so I was glad I did a practice version first, just to practice that. I got better at it each time. It's still not perfect on my actual jacket, but it's definitely improved each time. So yeah, I'm really proud of this. I'll pop pictures in of the jacket, but this is my practice one, which I actually quite like. It's grown on me now. The blue has grown on me, so I might wear it with certain things, we'll see. But let me show you my actual one. Definitely my proudest make ever. It is made in khaki denim, which I got from Sew Over It. And this is it. Again, I will put pictures in so you can see me wearing it, so you can see all the details properly, because me holding it up on the camera is not doing it justice. But I really think it's one of the best things I've ever made. I'm so proud of myself for making it and making it reasonably well. And I also remember to put a label in. It's got one of the Kylie in the Machines Perfectly Imperfect labels on, which I think sums it up pretty well. But I had great fun hammering in the buttons. I've never hammered in buttons before, so that was exciting. Got to use some of my tools. Again, got the pockets sewn in really nicely. I did the tabs on the back. Again, I'll pop pictures in so you can see these properly. What else has it got? The cuffs. Cuffs are all right. The binding's okay. I'm still not convinced that the binding is done correctly, but other than that, the jacket has gone really well. I'm so proud and pleased of how well it's turned out. It was definitely worth taking my time and practicing one first. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. I was expecting making a denim jacket to be really tricky, and it's definitely not something that a complete beginner could have a go at. But I think if you've made a few things, especially if you're a very accurate sewer, you've got to be very accurate and you've got to be patient, because rather than set up 2 machines, I just used one sewing machine, and I had to keep switching between top stitching needle, top stitching thread and normal thread, and that was okay. I mean, if you lose patience with that, it could do your head in, but it was fine. It's part of making a jacket. You expect to have to do that, and they do the instructions, so you have to do that as minimal as possible. So you make quite a few bits of it first. You make the front panels, you make the back panels, you make your collar, you make your cuffs, you make your tabs, and then you top stitch all of those in one go. So you're limiting how often you need to switch threads, which I thought was really useful. As I say, I wouldn't say it's particularly difficult, but it's something that you need to have a lot of patience for. It's not something that you're going to make in one day. I think this took me 3 days or so to make, both of them 3 days each, so quite a long time. And that was with me having like a whole day sewing it as well, not just a few hours. I spent a whole day, one day sewing it. But it is a really great pattern. It's a really great jacket. If you think you want the challenge, you've got the time and you're willing to spend your time doing it. As I say, there was a couple of bits where I could have kind of left it and gone, that'll do, but I didn't. I think putting the waistband on, for some reason, when I first sewed the waistband on, it was a little bit long on one side. So what I did was, where there is a tuck somewhere on the waist, there's a tuck here, and that's supposed to be a tuck. It's not one I've put in because I've sewn it wrong. All I did was I went back, unpicked it, made that tuck a bit wider, so it made the waistband fit basically to the waistband. I adjusted the tuck to fit the waistband, then it fitted a lot better. So I'm really pleased. If I compared the two jackets, my first one and my second one, my second one's definitely a lot better. Like the waistband's neater, the cuffs are neater. So doing that practice for me worked really, really well. You don't need to have the practice version. I just felt for me it was definitely worth doing. So that is my third and fourth make, which is the So Over It Sorrento jacket. Very, very pleased with that one. The next thing that I've got to talk to you about that I made in August is the Hannah wrap dress by Hand London, and I made it in a absolutely gorgeous lilac gingham cotton fabric. Again, I'll put proper pictures in so you can see it, but this is the dress and I absolutely love it. It's so, so cute. It's a bit different to what I'd usually wear, but I love it. So this dress, it's very cute, and as I say, I love it now, but it very nearly ended up in the bin at several points. So I had to make a few alterations to it. So I've made this pattern before. I made it, as I've told you before, from one of my work's Christmas parties last year, I believe. And I had to make a lot of alterations to get it to sit properly. So whenever I'm quite short bodied, so wrap dresses always want to wrap far too low on me. So my boobs like they're spilling out and it's not a good look. No one needs to see that. So what I did was, I mean, I'm not an expert on pattern drafting or adapting or fitting or anything like that. So basically what I did was my mum helped me. We ended up taking some out of the shoulders. So we just basically raised the shoulders up so it crossed where I wanted it to cross, where it wrapped. And then I cut, I think it was about an inch or so on either side, cut that off the top of the pattern. Then I made another toile. And then that meant that the back neck was a lot longer, and so there was lots of gape on the back. So I bought by Hand London's Bodice Fitting Companion book, and they told you how to take gaping out of the back. So you basically widen your darts. So I widened both my darts by 1 centimetre or 2 each, and that made the bodice fit, and that was fine. So the bodice now fits me. Then you have to bias bind your neckline. So you use bias binding. Now, as you can tell, mine isn't perfectly bias bound. The bias binding I had was 1 inch wide, and I think you're supposed to use one that's about 1 centimetre, maybe 1.5 centimetres wide. And I thought I'd try this first, and I tried it and it just kept distorting the fabric. It would not sit flat. It didn't look good at all. And it just, whatever I did, it wouldn't go right. So in a way of bodging it, of making it work, I ended up basically, because I'd already sewn it on the, you know, the side that it sews to first. I'd done that part fine. So what I did was I basically ran the bias binding through the overlocker, so it chopped it down to about 1 centimetre or so wide-ish, and then pressed that over and sewed that down flat. So that's why there is overlocking, because I overlocked, chopped it to 1 centimetre, overlocked it, and then I've sewn that down flat. So it's about, if you can see, so it's about 1 centimetre wide, and that's worked a lot better. So that's fine. That made the neckline sit nicely. I was going to put a label in. I had got one out ready, but because of all the stress of the bias binding, I just never put it in. And the sleeve, for some reason, the sleeve head didn't want to fit to the bodice. It was miles too big. There was loads of gaping in it. So all I did was I put a row of gathering stitches in, and I gathered the sleeve so it fit to the bodice. So that looks quite cute. It just gives it a little bit of detail, not a lot, only a little bit of gathering, but it was better, I thought, than distorting the shape of the sleeve. And then the other alteration I made was I chopped 5 inches off the length. I remember when I made it last time, I made it the full length of the pattern, and it's like a midi length dress. I didn't want a midi length dress. I wanted it to be about my knees, about knee length. And I remembered last time I cut 4 or 5 inches off my skirt, so I decided just to fold the pattern up and 4 or 5 inches, and 5 inches I did it. So I chopped 5 inches of length off the skirt, and then that's it. And I've folded it twice and sewn it, and so that's it. So it ended up being a really nice dress, but as I say, it took a lot of stress to get it there. It was mainly the neckline that was the problem, but it fits, it's lovely. I will put a picture of the dress in now so you can see it and of the pattern. But yeah, a really great sewn. I do love this dress. It's really, really cute. I hope we get a little bit more warm weather so I can wear it a bit more. My final make from August is another Sagebrush top by Friday Pattern Company. This is it here. It is made in a lovely green double gauze from Semi Sunshine. I think the colour is Ivy, if you look for it on her website. And it's really soft. I think this could possibly be my favourite yet from fit wise. I don't know why, but it feels bigger than my last 3. This is my 4th one I've made. Yeah, the double gauze ones definitely feel roomier, feel bigger than the cotton ones I've made, and this one just seems to feel like it's a size larger, and I don't know why, because I've cut them all out the same size, but I really like it. And I've done a shorter hem on this one as well, because I was interested to see, and this one's definitely a lot longer. So yeah, it's made in a double gauze, and it's the usual features. It's got the frill at the front, the big puffy gathered sleeves, the bound neckline, the tie detail at the back, which isn't tied at the moment. Lovely, very quick, enjoyable sew for me. As I say, this is my 4th one, so I've made this pattern quite a few times now. I know the pattern quite well. I love it. It's really nice, really comfy. I've just taken some photos in it, so I'll insert a couple of pictures here of it. But I love this pattern. As I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know how much I adore this pattern. And say it's my 4th one I've made, and I probably will make some more of this yet. It's a pattern that, although it's a summer pattern, I think I would wear it all year round, either to work or meals out or something nice. So yeah, that is my final make of the month, a Sagebrush top by Friday Pattern Company. I wonder if I'll end up making one at least one every month at this rate, who knows. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much for watching and supporting my channel. I have set up a Ko-fi page below, and I will put details to it below if you would like to support what I'm doing. I really like to buy a proper vlogging camera, because I film on my phone at the moment, and I think I could do better quality videos with a proper camera. And also I'll need to get some lighting soon, because it's winter soon, it's getting darker. My sewing time is going to be limited to weekends and evenings, and that will limit when I can film and how often I can put videos out. So if you want to support what I'm doing, I'll link my Ko-fi account below so you can have a look. Absolutely no pressure to do so, but I'd really appreciate any support you can give me. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.